What's that? The triquetrum would be on the posterior side. Too much. But if you go from the styloid, what's that? Yeah, posterior. So the triquetrum is posterior to the pisiform, because they're both kind of attached to each other. One sits on top of the other. But if you go from the styloid to the ulna distally, then that's the triquetrum right there. If you go a little bit farther, then you start getting into the metacarpal. Yeah, so there's the triquetrum. So then that's where you find the hook and the hamate in relation to the pisiform. So then on the other side, you're going to have the trapezium and the trapezoid here. The trapezium is just proximal to the first metacarpal, and then the trapezoid is more medial to that. And then what's the other bone right here that moves out when you inside of the anatomical snuff box? The scaphoid or the navicular. So if you go from the styloid process of the radius and you go just distal to that, that's going to be the scaphoid or the navicular. And to make it come out, you ulnar deviate the wrist. So you can feel that bone pop out when you move it like that.
So are there two names for it, scaphoid or navicular?
Right. Yeah, so if we call this scaphoid and we call that navicular, then, but I think they do it the same. I think they do it the same way.
I've heard both.
And then what part of this, is this the head or the base of the metacarpal? This is the head, this is the base. Okay, carpals are going to be here, metacarpals are here. Yeah, distal, middle, proximal. And the last two fingers, 2 through 5, have three on each. First one only has 2 commanders. And then you have the different tendons here on the flexors and extensors. So then you have the different basic movements, the muscles of the forearm, of the arm, the forearm. You have the biceps, brachii, and the deflection, also the brachialis. And then pronation and supination, flexion, extension. So to palpate the brachialis, it's going to be underneath the biceps tendon. Like if you're contracting like this, you can feel the belly of it's going to be underneath here, deeper to the biceps tendon. Okay, so then basically you just go over the origin insertions, but I'm going through this kind of fast because, like I said, most of it's going to be more on the lower body. And I was looking to see if I could find that quiz, but I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the, I could probably email it, and I'll also put it on the website, because I think there's might be a few people that haven't given me their email address. So I'll put it on the secure site. So the best thing to do is to fill it out and then email it back to me. Okay? If you need to, you can print it out and bring a hard copy, but I would rather that you email it to me. Yeah, because you're supposed to have 10 quizzes and you drop one, and I've only given you 9, so this is going to be count as another quiz. And it's going to be sort of, it's covering stuff that you're going to need to review for the final anyway. So.
And it's due next month.
Yeah.
4:30.
So I'm just going through the different muscles of the forearm so you know the origin, insertion, and action. Okay, so here's the anatomical snuff box. So you have on the, what we call the ulnar side, which is here, is going to be the extensor pollicis longus, because that's a tendon that you can see that goes to the distal phalanges of the thumb. And then there's two tendons on this side, right here. Okay, so here's the longus goes to the distal phalanges. This one's going to go to the proximal one. And that's the extensor pollicis brevis, and then the abductor only goes to the base of the metatarsal. So on this side you have two tendons. One of them ends right there at the base of the metatarsal, the other one comes up to the flange here, and then that's extensor longus. So here if you're palpating the ligaments of the elbow, and then the retinaculum. Some of the, on the final, there's going to be some images of muscles like you've seen before. So if you have all the old quizzes, if you study those, you probably will be okay with it. So it's not going to be any images. I don't think that you. Well, there's that one image that I used before that covers the whole front of the thigh like this. There's also an image on the back, and it's on here, so I'll go over that too, so you understand it. So you have surface landmarks? Okay. So we've gone through these different landmarks here. What's this structure right here? Well, it's the very tip of it, yeah. Anterior superior iliac spine, and then you have the anterior inferior, which not necessarily going to really be able to palpate that, but you can find this one here. Now you palpate down along the crest here, you get into the greater trochanter. So we've gone through those different areas. And then what's this right here? Ischial tuberosity. And then on the posterior side, here's some of the landmarks we went over before. What's this? PCOM. Right. And then these are the sacral foramen here. Then there's the tip of the sacrum where it goes into the coccyx here. Okay, these are landmarks of the PCOM, but we won't be doing palpating right there. But we have to find the ischial tuberosities. So there's PSIS.
Is it just that point?
The PSIS? No, it's just right here. Then this would be the left crest here. Usually when you find the PSIS, it's like you're looking underneath it. Yeah, I don't, when I'm finding them, I don't necessarily look for the dimples, so it's hard for me to image where they are in relation to it, but it's right where the PSIS is. I don't know, the dimples are somewhere